Good morning, everyone. It's Mrs. Trinkle. Today, we're going to be making kazoos. A kazoo is a super easy instrument to make and to play. It's an empty, hollow woodwind instrument with a little piece of paper at the top. And when you hum or buzz into it, that paper vibrates and gives the kazoo its unique buzzing sound. Now, it's really easy and frankly pretty cheap to buy one of these guys. I think this guy cost me about $1.50. But you don't even need that. Not if you have a few things around your house. Let's see how. For this project, you're going to need a clean place to work, a empty cardboard tube. I am using a toilet paper roll. You can also use an empty paper towel roll. A piece of wax paper. Now, if you got one of these steam kits at the beginning of the year, there's already a piece of wax paper in that steam kit. Just go ahead and pull it out. If you do not have a steam kit, it's exactly the same kind of wax paper that you can buy at the store. You can also use parchment paper. Be advised, you cannot use cling wrap. Cling wrap is too skinny and it won't make the right buzzing noise. A rubber band. You're also going to need a pair of scissors. Remember to use sharp objects with adult supervision only. And you're also going to need anything you want to decorate your kazoo. Now I'm using tissue paper and paint, but you can use crayons, markers, colorful tape, as long as it doesn't interfere with the wax paper and the hole that you're going to create. You can decorate your kazoo any way you want. To construct the body of the kazoo. So you're going to go ahead and make sure that it's nice and hollow. There's absolutely nothing in there. And then you're going to take your wax paper. Now, if you have not used your wax paper in your steam kit yet, I would not advise cutting it up at this stage. But we are going to pretend that we've already used it, or maybe this is some wax paper from home, some parchment paper. You don't need it to be that big. But you do need it to be big enough that when you fold it up, it goes around the outside of the tube. Otherwise, you won't be able to connect it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little piece here. Now I can choose to leave this a square. It means I'm going to have some pokey outy bits on the side, or I can choose to make it into a circle. I'm going to go ahead and just leave mine as a square. Now you got to get your rubber band here, and this is where you rubber band that boy on. So I had enough to wrap mine around twice. I'm just going to check my edge and make sure that it is snug. Check that one more time, make sure I've got that rubber band on all the way around and that my parchment paper is completely covering the top. Nice, pretty good. There's not parchment paper on the other end. That's going to be the part for you to play in. This part you might need an adult or adult supervision. Always be careful when working with sharp things. So for this part you're going to make a little hole. And you can actually have a couple of choices for where to put this hole. You can put it really close up next to the paper. You can put it about halfway down. You can start putting it really close to the end, but not right on the edge because that's where your mouth is going to go. So you're probably going to put it up here. That's the standard place to put it. Take my scissors right here. There you go. And now I've got a little hole. I just managed to get my scissors in there and just turn them a little bit. Again, I'm not trying to make a huge hole. I'm just trying to make enough for the air to escape when I play. So we've got our little hole right there. And I think we are done with our scissors. Now at this point, your kazoo is mostly functional. So you can give it a bit of a hum or a doot-doot-doot. Any of those sounds will work super well inside. And this is just to check that all of the parts are in working order, making the sound that you want to make. I'm getting that nice buzzy sound, so I know I've got it going on. If it's not working, I would check your rubber band, make sure it's even all the way around, and I would especially check the top of your kazoo and make sure that it's nice and tight, a little bit like a drum head. If it's too loose, it's not going to transfer the energy from your mouth to the kazoo in the right way. And then, of course, make sure that hole is not blocked. You may have to reach inside and move a little piece of cardboard. Make sure that hole is not blocked, because that is another really important way that the sound comes out of the kazoo. So if you don't make that little hole, it just kind of pushes on the wax paper. It doesn't actually vibrate like it needs to. So one more time. Seems to be fine. Well, friends, there you have a completely finished kazoo. You can use it in any music that requires your voice, or maybe a brass instrument, or maybe a woodwind instrument, or maybe you can just march around your house and have a one-person parade. If you have time and inclination, you can absolutely make more than one. Notice the kinds of things that make them sound different, whether the tube is longer, whether the hole is in a different place. For more information, or if this tutorial is not quite enough to help you, I have attached the PDFs of the book that I read in order to be able to make this project with you today. The last thing I need you to do is I need you to take a picture of your completed kazoo and submit it as a comment to this assignment. Other than that, you're done. Have a nice week, friends.